Shabbat Shalom. Welcome. Good to see you. Happy post-Hanukkah to everyone. And we are going to begin on page 10 with Hine Matov, how good, how pleasant it is for all of us to be here together. As we're turning to the page, I want to also say welcome and Shabbat Shalom to those joining us on live stream. We're glad to have you with us virtually as well. Again, page 10. Hine matovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. And we'll turn back to page 2 for lighting of Shabbat candles. I'd like to invite Susanna Garfine to lead us in the lighting and blessing. Shabbat. Amen.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom. Page 9. We'll continue in the middle. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat, which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness, which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God. Page 12, continue with L'chune Ranana, Psalm 95. L'chune Ranana l'Adonai, Naria letzur yishenu, nekadma fanav betoda, bizmirot naria lo. Page 17. We'll continue with Psalm 99. The last 3 lines in Hebrew in the page in the middle. Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehar kodsho. Pages 20 and 21. We'll continue with Lecha Dodi, singing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. At verse 9, the last verse, please rise, face the doorway to the sanctuary as we symbolically greet the Shabbat bride. Those watching at home, please feel free to stand, face the doorway to your room as well as we get to the last verse. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmi'anu el hamyuchad, Adonai echad, Ushemo echad, L'shemu tiferet v'litchila. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, Ki hi mekor habaracha, Meherosh mikedem nesucha, Sof maaseh b'machshavat chila. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, Kiva ore, Kumi ori, Uri, Shir daberi, Kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, Gam besimcha uvetzohola, Toch emunei am segula, Boi chala, boi chala. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. And page 22, continue with Psalm 92, Mizmor Shir. Mizmor Shir leyom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, Ulezamer leshimcha elyon, Ulezamer leshimcha elyon. Mizmor Shir leyom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, Ulezamer leshimcha elyon, Ulezamer leshimcha elyon. Lehagid baboker chastecha, ve'munatcha baleilot, alei asor va'alei navel, alei higayon bechinor. Mizmor Shir leyom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, Ulezamer leshimcha elyon, Ulezamer leshimcha elyon. Ki simachtani Adonai befoalecha, b'maaseh yadecha aranen, ma gadlu ma'asecha Adonai meod, amku machshevotecha, mizmor shir leyom hashabbat, tov lehodot l'Adonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, ulezamer leshimcha elyon. And Chatzi Kaddish is found on page 26. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'almad yivrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'gala uv'izman kariv v'imeru. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'al me'al maya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yithalal shmei dekudesha brichu leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imeru. Amen. Page 28. Please rise for Baruch. Baruch et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam vaed. Page 30. Continue reading together in the middle. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. Page 32. We'll continue it together in the middle. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavacha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם emet. Page 39. We'll continue reading together at the top. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Page 40. Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar bakodesh, nora tehilot o sefele, nora tehilot o sefele, malechutecha ra'u vanecha, bokei ayam lifnei Moshe uMiriam, Ze'eli, anu ve'amru, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. Yam bam bam bim bim bam, yababam bam bim bam, yam bam bam bim bim bam, yababam bam bim bam. Ay 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 ay, yababam bam bim bam. Ay, 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 yababam bam bim bam. V'nemar kifad Adonai et Yaakov, ugalo miyad chazak mimenu, baruch ata Adonai, gal Yisrael. Page 43. Read together at the top. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Page 44, we'll continue with Vishamru. We remember Shabbat as a sign of the eternal covenant between God and the Jewish people. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam, Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, Oti leolam, oti leolam, v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim Asa Adonai Asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz ve'shamru v'nei Yisrael et hashabat lasot et hashabat ledorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, veshamru v'nei Yisrael et hashabat lasot et hashabat ledorotam berit olam. Page 46 and the following pages in Hebrew. Please rise for tefillah. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei hakol, v'zocher chasdei avot v'imahot, u'mevi gula livnei v'neihem, leman shemo v'ahava. Melech ozer u'moshia u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, v'ezrat Sarah, atah gibor leolam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atarav lehoshia, Mashiv haruach umorid hagashem, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofech olim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar, michamocha bal gevurot, umido melach, melech memit umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'neman atal hachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai mechaye hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh u'kdoshim b'chol yom yalalucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. Please be seated. Page 55. We'll continue reading together at the top. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day, and may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Praise to you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Page 57. We'll read together in the middle. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, When pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. You are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Page 60 will continue at the top with a prayer for peace. Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lecho hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lecho hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. V'tov be'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. We'll take a moment now for individual silent prayer and reflection. Ose shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imru, amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. I'll turn to page 253 for a prayer of healing for loved ones. Mishaberach Avotenu, Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov, v'imotenu Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah, hu yivarech v'yirapeh et kol cholei Yisrael v'et kol cholei Adam. May God, who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all those who are in need of healing. And we think this week, Shabbat especially, of Clint Grimes, Connie Fenton McDonald, Rodney Smith, Betty Flanagan, Mike Fox, Kevin Kiley, Susan Clark, Jamie Kaplan, Ed Lauer, Grace Boyd, Joel Weingarten, Becky Mossing, Brant Copeland, Angela Horowitz, Logan Roberts, Marcy Lee, Lois Sulkus, Benji Bayless, David Dissner, Saul Grosser, Lori Samuels, Gail Galasco, Corinne Johnston, Abigail Batsigny Valeri, Diana Fernandez, Butch Horn, Naomi Harris, Alan Webb, Amy Jackson, David Greenberg. And we continue to think of those in Israel and in Gaza. We think of those who are recovering physically and emotionally in Australia from injuries sustained during a terrorist attack. And if anyone has other names to add, please do so as I look in your direction. Those watching on live stream, feel free to mention names at this time as well. V'tishlach lahem refuah shlema, refuat nefesh, u'refuat aguf, v'nomar, amen. May God grant all of them, those whose names we have read and the names we have mentioned, those in our own hearts and minds, a complete and speedy healing, a healing of body and a healing of spirit, and we say, amen. Again, page 253, in the middle of the page, continue with Mishaberach, prayer of healing for loved ones. Mishaberach avotenu mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach imotenu mikor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. And page 259, we'll continue with a prayer for Israel. Avinu shebashamayim tzur Yisrael v'goalo, barech et medinat Yisrael, reshit tzmichat gulatenu. We'll read together. O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. So in Canada, where I grew up and later was a rabbi for 13 additional years, today is known, as you may know, as Boxing Day, as it is in several countries. It is a day of shopping, sales, eating leftovers, and traditionally of giving to those in need. And it, possibly jokingly, is also the day that one boxes up all unwanted gifts and returns them to the store. And for Jews, often it is a day of relief, when finally Christmas is over and the feeling of exclusion begins to fade somewhat. It is the day after eating Chinese food and going to the movies as about the only options for Jews. And this is often a season of angst for many Jews in a society obsessed with this season. But I have to admit something. I like Christmas. I really do. This may be surprising for some to hear from a rabbi, and it may be misinterpreted by others, but it's true. I like the feeling this time of year. I enjoy the songs, the lights, watching Charlie Brown and the Grinch, and especially the sense of goodwill that exists. Of course, I also like Hanukkah, and that is actually my holiday as a Jew. I enjoy the gathering of family and friends, eating latkes, lighting the Hanukkah menorah, playing dreidel, and feeling a sense of warmth and light in the coldest, darkest time of the year. But my enjoyment of both holidays does not mean that I see them in the same way. It does not mean that I view Hanukkah as the Jewish Christmas. While I can enjoy aspects of both holidays, I am keenly aware of the need for both Christians and Jews to maintain a distinction between the two holidays, while also embracing a healthy respect for and appreciation of the practices of the other's religion. And this begins, I am convinced, with a full understanding of what both holidays celebrate. Now, it is not for me to expound on the true meaning of Christmas. My Christian colleagues are much more equipped to do so. But I do know that the true religious significance of Christmas has little to do with trees and presents, songs, and holiday foods. While these are lovely ways to enhance the enjoyment of a holiday, they should not replace the spiritual lessons taught. By the same token, Hanukkah, which I am qualified to speak about, is not about spinning tops, fried foods, and gift giving, though these are all fun customs. It is about the story of a small group of Jews, the Maccabees, well over 2,000 years ago, winning the right to practice their religion freely, symbolized by the rededication of the Holy Temple. Hanukkah means dedication. And this episode has nothing to do with the true meaning of Christmas, and only happens to fall at the same season because it was common to hold festivals of light at this time of year. Hanukkah is a stirring story of freedom, but it nonetheless remains a minor festival in the Jewish calendar. Its elevation to a level of such prominence is due solely to the fact that it is marketed to compete with Christmas from a commercial standpoint. And this speaks to a problem in our society in general, as well as presenting a challenge for Christians, Jews, and all people of faith alike. I often address this issue to a general audience rather than only to this congregation, because I believe that it is important for all people of faith, whatever their religion or heritage, to reclaim the true meaning of their holy days. Rather than falsely seeking to unite ourselves through the idol of materialism, focusing on the trappings of the various holidays, let us instead form a true bond with one another by each celebrating our respective holy days and recognizing their real significance. By doing so, we strengthen our own religious conviction and are then able to enjoy the beauty and teachings of other faiths without feeling that our own faith is undermined. I, for one, am opposed to calling a Christmas tree a holiday tree. I am opposed to Christians feeling pressured to water down their religious beliefs because others may feel offended. but I am also opposed to anyone who mistakes proud displays of faith with the right to impose such faith on others. Celebrating Christmas or any holy day should be encouraged as long as it is done with the understanding that we all choose to practice or not practice our own faith in different ways. Ironically, for me, Christmas helps reinforce the true message of Hanukkah, just as the true message of Hanukkah, I believe, strengthens my understanding of others' celebration of Christmas. We are so fortunate in our community and country to have the freedom to worship and celebrate. May we appreciate this freedom by expressing ourselves appropriately while also embracing those of other faiths who choose to do the same, but in a different way. By so doing, we will truly find warmth and light at this season. Shabbat Shalom. And with that in mind, I would like to invite anyone who wants to share some smachot, some good news, to please come up. And when you have, those who are sharing can please help open the ark for Aleinu when everyone is done. We'd like everyone to come up together if there are others, and then we'll take turns. Oh, let me turn that on, yeah.
I had a really nice day today. I had a friend from out of state come visit, and we went to the Italian Cat Cafe, and I also went to Lake Ella with another friend, and it was just very warm and very comforting, and a really great day.
Wonderful.
Temple Israel served last night at the Kearney Center. We served Christmas dinner for everyone that was there, and everyone worked so hard. There was a cooking crew who worked, I think, from 3 to 5:15, and then the serving crew that worked from 5:15 to 7, and everyone that was there really appreciated our efforts.
Thank you.
We've just come back from a week visiting my 91-year-old mother, who's doing really well. And we also had the opportunity to visit our daughter and her family, including our 2 grandkids, and everyone is doing well. And there's plenty of blessings there.
Wonderful. Welcome back. Anyone else want to share? Okay. So I'll ask everyone to please rise, turn to page 282 in the middle of the page as the ark is open for Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום, והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, בשמיים ממעל, והארץ מתחת אין עוד, V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. Thank you all. Mazel tov. Please be seated. Page 291. There are stars up above so far away we only see their light long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. We remember for recent death, Ronald Pepper. Ronald was the grandson of Sam Mendelsohn, the first president of this congregation, and also cousin to Alan and Leslie Mendelsohn. We remember Aaron Pargman, son of David and Marcia Pargman, for Shloshim, and also for Shloshim, Chris Novi, wife of Ed Novi, sister-in-law to Larry and Patricia, and Jerome and Joanna Novi, and aunt to Samantha, Micah, Jessica, Marley, Shannon and Joe, and Judah and Ruby. We also think of those in Israel and in Gaza, and we remember the yard site, the anniversary of death of Goldie Averam, Mary Smith, Jeanette Mary K. Smith, Mark Charnas, Lucille Weiner, Laura Dean Stidham, Jean Berkowitz, Raymond E. Fielding, Libby Slavin, Nancy J. Axelrad, Harold Kapp, Sophia Losh, Eleanor Whale Bernstein. If anyone has a name or names of someone for Yartzeit, anniversary of death, or Shloshim, recent death, please feel free to mention as I once again look in your direction. And again, those watching on live stream, feel free to mention names at this time as well. For the names that have been read, the names that have been mentioned, for those in our own hearts and minds, and those who have no one to say the words of Kaddish for them, we turn to page 294, and there we find words praising God for the gift of life and the memories we have of loved ones. As is being done, we stand together, if people choose, in support of those in mourning, and again, if you choose to join in reading these words together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, be'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'amei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitba'ar, v'yitramam, v'yitnaseh. V'yit hadar, v'yit aleh, v'yit halal, shemei dekudasha b'richalu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, all Israel and all of humanity, and we say, amen. Please be seated. So I'll continue the one-person show tonight. I'll read announcements. The Shabbat morning service that I'll be leading, and hope everyone will come join and invite others, will be at 10 a.m. tomorrow in the Gibbs Family Chapel. Note that the temple business office will close early on New Year's Eve and will be closed also on New Year's Day. Our new member service is coming up very soon on January 9th at 7 p.m. We have quite a few new members, some of whom will be able to join us for the service, and we don't want only new members to come. We want people who have been members for many years or a couple of years or anything in between, people who are guests, to come and help welcome and support our new members as well. So that will be January 9th at 7 p.m. And also be sure to mark your calendar, as I hope you've been hearing, for our Invite Your Neighbor service, which is coming up now in less than a month, January 23rd. Bring your friends and neighbors and relatives and colleagues, anyone you know. We've invited different congregations. We've invited local politicians and other leaders, and we hope to have a lot of people coming to learn about what we do here. We'll take out the Torah scroll at the end of the service for people to take a quick close-up look. I'll explain the prayers throughout the service, and we'll have a wonderful oneg afterwards for a chance to socialize and enjoy each other's company and to have informal discussion. And as always, there's something for everyone at Temple Israel. And Shabbat Shalom. An early, happy, secular New Year to everyone. We'll finish with the singing of Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, page 353. Peace will surely come to us, to everyone. Salam, shalom, for us and for the entire world. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Adonai Oz le'emo yiten, Adonai yivarech et amova shalom. God, we ask that you give us renewed strength on this Shabbat, and as we continue in the spirit of Hanukkah and this holiday season, to bring our own unique lights to a time of darkness, both in nature and in our world. May we help bring about a time of shalom, of wholeness, and of peace. Amen. Shabbat Shalom. And Rabbi Garfein, would you like to lead us in Kiddush, please? open the book. I put it away.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, b'shabbat kodesho, li'ava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron le'maaseh bereshit, kihu yom techilah le'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim.
Kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat L'chaim. Take that. Thank you. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon. Shabbat shalom to everyone. Shabbat shalom. Thank you. Thank you. Shabbat shalom. I'm going to take some call.